morning and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to start a Peter Rabbit journal. It's what I don't normally do this, but it's a kit that came out from the Digital Collage Club and it was quite vintage, so I thought I'd give it a go. This is some of the ephemera. There's a file folder. And then these are the pages which I have I resized? I think I might have done, just made them smaller. Some I've double-sided. I think most of them I've double-sided. I'm not sure, but as you can see, it's quite vintage looking. So I quite liked it. It's not the normal Peter Rabbit. These are so pretty. He's so cute as well. Oh, I've put some of Roxy Creations background on some of them as well. Look. Oh. I think that's Peter Rabbit. Yep. So those are the pages, along with some vintage papers, tea dye paper, and vintage book pages and some other papers that I might find. Now I've got this garlic cracker box. The crackers were lovely, by the way, and I thought it was just about the right size if I take the ends off. Now what I am going to do is I've got to take this apart here, so I'm hoping this works and that I can just go down gently and take this. This comes off. Yep, it does. So I'm going to take this end off here. Whoops. There. And then I'm taking these flaps off. Now I thought some of these I could use. For instance, these would be good as tabs on the sides of pages. Don't think I'll be using that. And these could be pockets of some sort. So I've got them. Where is it? There. Like that. So I'll be keeping them and doing something with them. And then what I've got is I'm just going to fold it and make sure. I think it needs a trim. I'm hoping this is okay to trim it. Just needs tidying up the edge, yeah. And the top and bottom seem to be okay. Whoops, sorry. Top and bottom seem to be okay. So that's going to be my cover. And then I've got this to go over the top. So what I'm going to do is just glue this down, and then I'm going to sew all the way around the edge. And then I've got these two sheets of paper, and these are the faded flowers from Botanic Vintage Designs, and I'm going to be putting these in here as the inside. I've printed two because it's just short as the inside covers, because I thought that went quite well with the kit. So the first stage is actually gluing this down and then sewing round. So I'm going to start by putting some glue around the edge, but not quite all the way, because that's where I want to sew. And then what I'm going to have to do is let this dry before I actually sew it. Now, the reason I'm using this glue and not a glue stick just to hold it is this is quite a shiny surface, and I don't think the glue stick would have held it. So I'm just putting this over. I'm not too worried because the sewing will hold it. And then just put that down. And then I'm getting my, making sure I've got no bubbles anywhere. Like this. I have found this extremely helpful, these Teflon bone folders, especially this size. So that's that. So I just need to let that dry. This is now dried, and I've sewn around it, and this is the inside of the cracker box. I've got these two sheets here. Sheet one goes that side, and this one this side. So I need to stick these down, and then I think what I will do as well is I will put a bit of my block just around the edge here. So this is another day. In fact, it's quite I haven't done anything on this journal for a couple of weeks. So from the last bit that you're seeing in seconds has been a couple of weeks for me. And what have I been doing? Well, we started again on the renovation, which I think I mentioned. I really can't remember, but it came to a stop again. The weather has drastically improved over here. We've now got beautiful, beautiful sunshine. And I'm doing this part early in the morning. I need to say as well, by the way, I've inked around everything as well. So I'm putting these down like this, just to make sure they are nicely secure. Okay, so that's down. Now I've got this Tim Holtz linen tape that I want to use to why can't I get that up? I had this with some washi tape the other day. And stick it all down on the right. Now that would go okay there. But just again to make sure it is secure, I am going to put some of this on down here. Now I did buy myself, well, I didn't buy it, Mark bought it for me, was a new tool. So officially I don't count that as spending money on crafts supplies. Not sure whether that's true or not, but anyway, he treated me to it. And it's this, and I saw Rachel at Roxy Creations using it, and you punch holes with it, and it looked quite efficient. Now I'm trying to decide whether I do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch or I go with the putting some sari silk or seam binding, through just 2 holes to hold the signature in. I can't make my mind up at the moment. That's probably for another day, because I'm going to have to allow this to definitely dry off before I get to that stage. There's a bit of glue there, get rid of that and that. There. Just trim. Now I've got some of the white paper, I made it slightly bigger to trim off, but again I'm going to wait until it's completely dry before I do that. So the next thing, I have got a cover ready to do. I think I may just have to wait. But what I've got, while that is drying, is I've gone with this, which I need to ink round. That there, and I've tea dyed some crepe paper, so I'm going to make a ruffle, and I've got some tea dyed kitchen towel with which I'm going to make a ruffle down here, and then I've got corners for here. And I thought once the cover is on and I'm ready to put the signature in, I might know what I'm going to do, how to sew which way I'm going to sew the signature in. I then realised that I can do the topper without having to worry about the cover drying. I don't know what made me think I had to wait. Anyway, what I've got, as I showed you, is this. So first of all, I'm taking this one, and I've got this tea dyed kitchen towel, and mine comes as sort of a 2-ply. So I've just made strips, and one side I've torn. I will chop that off for now. And then I'm taking the bottom, and I'm going to ruffle this along the bottom here. And to do that, I'm going to use the glue stick. Now, you get very, very sticky while you're doing this. And I do overhang a little bit. So you just fold and you put glue on the bottom where you're folding, and also on the kitchen roll as well, like this. Now I learnt how to do this from by Boho Love, I think she's called Karen, I think. She did it quite efficiently. When I was having a go at it, first of all, when I first started, I got very, very gluey, which you do. It sticks everywhere, so have a baby wipe on hand for it. And usually what happens, see, now this is coming up because I forgot to put the bit underneath. I mean, it's not too bad if it gets a bit messy, because it is a ruffle. So this is where now I have the baby wipe on hand. And then you start again. You can add on like this. Now the glue should, it's what Kieran said, the glue goes through when you're putting it on the paper towel. For some reason it didn't with me. Anyway, I will carry on with this. Okay, so that's like that. I'll just fold that back, and that's not sticking there. See, you get into a right mess. It will stick. It goes quite hard. So the point is this then sticks on here like that. Now I do need to let that dry, and then I'm going to do the next one, which is this, and I'm going to do it on the back of here. And ruffle this along here using exactly the same method. And as I say, you get extremely, especially when the glue all comes up. See, this it goes on very thick on this. This isn't so bad because where you've dried it in the oven and tea dyed it, it is quite ruffly anyway. Now, I don't know how wet glue would be doing this, but bearing in mind you are sticking it all on there, so you've just got to get it attached and dried to the piece of paper. So this will now go like that, and this will come over the top like that, and then go onto here. So all of this is now dry. I've got my new little gadget, which I've now noticed has got where I've been practicing. It's got the stuff stuck in it. Oh well. So I'm going to do the cover first, here and here. I've measured out where I've got to do it. So I hope this is going to work. It's the first time I've done it. I made a little notebook just to see. Whoa. Oh, yeah, that's worked. Quite what you do with this, or whether it all piles up inside, I don't know. And then the other one is just there. Whoa. Rachel makes it look so easy when she does it, but it's good for putting the, I've got the crinkly sari silk here. And the next thing is to do the signatures, which I hope this is going to work as well. I've got them all straight, I think. And I've just got to, I'm hoping it goes through all of it as well and in the right place. So let's go for it. No, not quite, still got a bit left there. Has that gone all the way through? No. Still hasn't gone all the way through. Okay, that's interesting. Well, let's try again. Sorry for the loud noise. What I might do is push that further in. Well, putting that in proved a lot more difficult than I thought using this. However, I will persevere, and because actually once you've got the holes punched, threading it all through was quite easy. So I will see how it goes, and also that enables you to be able to punch anywhere as well, and it's quite, it's easy enough to punch. It's just getting it all in the right place. Anyway, on to the cover. So this, oh dear, I haven't stuck this, it's stuck itself, that's it. I thought it had dried, but obviously not. So the idea is this is going to go on here, and this is going to go on there like this. So I just need to stick these down. I'm going to use just my tacky glue, and I think I'll start with this one first. Actually, it's that way round. honestly, like that. Okay, that's that done, and then I'm putting this onto here. Move it over a bit, bearing in mind where I have got to put. Might be worth putting these down first, these two at least. So I've done that, so now I know a bit more of where I need to place this there, maybe over slightly. I'm not sure about the closure at the moment. I think I'm going to be putting some eyelets in here and closing it with some sari silk. I'm not certain as yet. So I just need to do this, put this on, and then I think that's it. I did forget, there's one other thing I'm going to do, if I can find it here, is I've ruffled up some lace to put across the bottom here, just here. So I'm going to use the block again. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. As I say, I saw the technique for this ruffling from by Boho Love, so pop along and check out her channel. I've basically done what she's done, so I can learn the technique of how to do it all. I think I will just put a bit more on here. There. So I really must sort out a dangle, mustn't I? So there we go. There's the start of the journal, and this is the inside. I'm going to put a lace. I can't make my mind up. A lace pocket or an embossed pocket. I'll see. So this, I don't think I've shown you the signature. So now it's time to decorate it. Go through and decorate. I do love this envelope. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, be very much appreciated, and subscribe as it all helps. Thanks a lot. Bye.